to wear one. But this isn't a formal gathering, so I'm going to be shirtless and in bed most of the time, and if you can't handle that, now's your time to leave like I've been trying to get you to do since the beginning. If you like to see me in these various states of undress, first of all, I'm flattered. Second of all, if you're a male, I don't swing that way, but still very flattered. And if you happen to be female, I'm married to a woman who is much hotter than you, I'm quite certain, and much more valuable to me than you will ever be. You're, of course, still welcome to continue watching. But this is my damn house, and if I want to dress or undress or do whatever the hell I want to do else weird in here, I will. And if you want to quit invading my personal space and get lost, like I've been trying to get you to do, that would solve all of our problems, wouldn't it? So, I mean, the choice is yours. I'm gonna pull my pants up. The hell is this? I walk in quite serious to set the tone, and then loosen my tie and take the damn jacket off, and then tell everybody, hey man, it's not that damn serious. But nobody has any trouble figuring out who the teacher is. I want to ask the question of what are we talking about? And I am not going to look this professional for the rest of the video. Anyway, no, I do love to wear a suit. It makes me feel important, and, you know, who are we kidding? Like I said, I never claimed to be egoless. I did also say that I'm here for the purpose of gameplay, and I'm ready to play the game. Here I go. By the way, dude, if you're 25 years old, you don't own a single suit, again, I'm not trying to give anybody advice here, but it would be advisable to get your freaking hands on one and a set of ties. About 4 or 5 should do it. The reason why I say that is the ladies will appreciate a man with a collection of ties. You never know when you might need to tie something up. In ordinary language. It really seems more proper to ask, although I don't know who I'm asking. What is being talked about? No idea is had. Before we go there, 2 more things come to mind. Mind. Now we have a brain. We have an abstract idea that we have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and so on. And I'm not trying to discount those, but show me them. If your mind is upset, please put it in my hand, and I will fix it for you. Why is a fish when it swims? I think the question of why is, at the very least, an unproductive one. I mean, if you ask, what is a fish when it swims, you could say a swimming fish. But if you go looking for it, you'll never ever find it. It's just an idea. Just like yesterday, or the past, or tomorrow, or the future. So all you have is, all these things are just ideas. The past is just a memory, and probably a bad one. You probably don't remember it very clearly. And the future is, God only knows. I've never seen it. But I have seen, and this is where we exist. This is part of the problem that we're facing as a species. We're quite lost in our abstract illusions, such that we remember the past and have a bunch of pain, or dream about the future and have all these silly dreams. The mind does not exist, nor does enlightenment. You already have it, and once you realize you have it, you'll wake up. If you aren't ready to wake up, you will develop a method of some kind to put it off. Meditation, taking psychedelic chemicals, whatever. Alright, this is taking forever to edit, and if you've made it this far, I want to ask you again why, and inform you also that do not wake anybody up. It is not your job. They will not take kindly to that. I know that I am a damn grizzly bear in the morning if you wake me up before I'm ready. I mean, you can start making breakfast, and you can start a pot of coffee, and maybe the smell will make them rise. But again, it is not your job to help anybody
And if you take that position and try to help them or force something upon them, you are simply doing it for your own benefit because it makes you feel more powerful. So don't wake anybody. When people are ready to wake up, they wake up, and some people never do, and that's fine. Remember, the point is to get lost and to have fun and have an experience, have an adventure. Who are you to ruin that?
You were trying to take a bus to New York City while standing in Times Square. You can't be done. Enlightenment, if it is anything, is just like ordinary everyday existence.
So if you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I would like to become enlightened. I need salvation. What you were telling yourself really is that you don't have it.
When we want something, that tells us that we lack it, whether we have it or not. Just the simple wanting is enough to be the entire problem in and of itself.
So on the subject of enlightenment, what the hell do you mean you want enlightenment? What is that? First of all, and if you don't know what it is,
well, then it sure beats me how you suppose that you want it.
is if you realize that you're not separate from everything, you realize that, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean salvation? Salvation of whom? Who exactly? And if what you were saying is that you believe that somehow your personality, John Smith at 1 Cedar Avenue, who works at the post office, has a little cat named Toby, is somehow going to preserve through the process of death, then you are simply being foolish and full of yourself.
So how can I, who doesn't even really exist, other than for the purposes of whatever it is that we're doing here, tell you, who also doesn't really exist except for the purposes of what you're doing here, that you were being full of what? And although I've pointed out that we aren't really separate, at least not in any really concrete, definable way, but you'll see that I revert to using this language. I revert back to playing the game. I revert back to participating in ordinary, everyday existence, although I don't really take it seriously. But I continue wholeheartedly, as if it were. I'm not acting. Tends to be the I center, at least in American culture. In Asiatic cultures, it tends to be more here. If I ask you that question, you're going to tell me what your name is, where you were born, where you live, what you do. But that doesn't tell me anything about who you are. How your lungs work, or how your fingernails grow, or how your pituitary gland releases hormones. It doesn't tell me anything about you. These things, although real, are kind of made up illusion idea type things, which is perfectly fine and well for the purpose of playing what I will call the game. But that's not who you are. You're not John Smith at 1 Cedar Avenue, who works at the post office and has for 10 years and has a little cat named Toby, or whatever. Do you think that's who you are? And we could call ourselves grains of sand. But the beach is inseparable. If we revisit the question that I asked just a little while ago, what are we talking about? Okay, let's examine that. What? That would indicate that there's a certain something that we need to pick out. R is like doing, it's like a state of being. Okay, I can get with that one. We. There is no we.